Alright, what's up, YouTube? This is BoxingWave. It's ready. I'm ready for Andre Ward to step up, man. As a big Andre Ward supporter on here, it's time for him to fight a real fighter. Okay, he obviously hasn't lost a step. He dominated Paul Smith. I couldn't even watch the whole fight because I'm watching it with my dad, and he's complaining about Ward not knocking him out. I had to change the channel. I turned to the Lemieux fight, and I'll talk about that fight in another video. But Ward, I'm ready for him to step up. If it's not Adonis Stevenson, Kovalev, uh, DeGale, or Triple G, I really don't want to see Ward fight anyone. I don't even want to see a Froch rematch, honestly. Because there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be Carl Froch even better than he did in the first fight. Okay? I don't want to see that fight. I'm just keeping it 100. He hasn't lost a step. He doesn't really need to fight another tune-up fight or anything like that. The dude dominated Paul Smith. I mean, I know Paul Smith is not the greatest opponent, but the dude just had a good fight with Arthur Abraham. A lot of people think he won the first fight. Abraham won the second fight, but he didn't dominate him in the way that Andre Ward. He couldn't even hit Andre Ward. Andre Ward was sparring with that guy. It was a sparring match, and this is going to be a problem because it just proves further the people that dislike Andre Ward, like my dad, thinks he's boring. He thinks he's absolutely boring. So he's not gonna. The naysayers, the people that think that he doesn't sell tickets and he doesn't have views and people don't want to see him fight, it doesn't make it any better that he beat. And I know he stopped Paul Smith. I turned before he stopped him, but it was like damn long. It was no. I heard it was in the ninth round. I didn't watch the fight. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the fight, but it's an impressive win because I like Andre Ward, but the majority of people don't want to see him fight. They don't want to see him fight. They want him to fight, and I think it's time for him to really be tested. And for him to get tested, he's gonna have to fight a Kovalev, a Stevenson, a Triple G, a DeGale. And honestly, I think he beats all of those guys. I think he beats them all. I think Kovalev or Triple G might be maybe Kovalev. I think Kovalev stylistically would be better for Ward to fight than Triple G. But I would like to see the fight, because people are tired of him just dominating guys, and he's not fighting guys that's really on his level, you know. And we already know he's top two pound for pound. We want to see him fight a top fighter, you know. We don't want to see him fight a bunch of guys at 168. We already know he's gonna beat, you know. And it's gonna keep every time he does it and beats one of these guys the way that he does is gonna be like he's boring, and people are gonna say, well, fight Kovalev, fight Triple G. Triple G don't want to fight him, then fight Kovalev, fight DeGale. DeGale seems like he's into it. Seems like he would want to fight Ward, so let's make that fight happen. Okay, I think that's a real fight. DeGale proven that he's a top fighter out there, man. I mean, he's the way he's beaten. I didn't think he would beat Darrell, but the fact that he beat him and hurt him bad and had him down, you know, it's time for him to fight Ward. Those two should fight each other. There's no other fight that's meaningful to me at 168 at this point for Andre Ward. All right, not even a Carl Froch rematch. Uh, Badu Jack is a champ now. He's fighting George Groves. I mean, I don't want to see George Groves or Badu Jack fight Andre Ward. I don't care if they're champions, but we already know Ward would dominate them too. He would dominate all these other guys, except DeGale in the decision. Maybe DeGale is the only one that I could see giving Andre Ward a good fight. Other than that, I really don't see anyone. And Darrell, I still would like to see the Andre Darrell fight. But I think Ward would win that fight too. But it's not about what I think, who I think would win these fights. It's more about meaningful fights. And even though I think Ward can beat Triple G and can beat Kovalev, I think he should fight those guys. And I think he could beat Adonis Stevenson. He should fight those guys. Because now he's fighting at 172. I don't know if he's gonna go back at 168. I don't know if he could make weight anymore. But it doesn't matter because he should still fight these guys at 175 or 168 or Triple G at 160. Those are the only fights that make sense to me. I mean, as far as being competitive. and they still might not be competitive, because of the way that he fights. He's a defensive fighter to the core. All right, so anyway, that's it. That's all I gotta say about Andre Ward, man. Dominating performance. I saw like the first 6, 7 rounds. I had to turn the channel because this guy was, he hates Andre Ward, so I had to turn the channel. But anyway, see you on the next video.